Tectone got banned on Twitch once again, and this time it's for at least 2 weeks. That's right, Tectone caught a 14-day ban. Why? Well, we'll talk about that today, but let's just say it has something to do with a creator called Frogan. It's not really affecting Tectone though, as he's decided to just start streaming on YouTube, because Twitch recently got rid of the exclusivity part of their contract, which now lets people do this. So you get banned on Twitch, you can just stream on YouTube, and it just makes Twitch bans even less useful, right? And to prove that, Tectone put up this tweet. He said he got banned on Twitch, he went live on YouTube. He peaked at 12,000 viewers, averaged 9,500 viewers. He got 800 new members, $8,500 worth of super chats, 4,600 new subscribers in one 6-hour stream. So yeah, you could say he's cooked. Obviously he's not cooked. Those are pretty good stats for somebody who normally streams on Twitch, and as you can tell, his fan base isn't very upset with him for what he did to get banned. Now, what was that? How did he get banned? Well, it turns out Tectone doesn't like Frogan very much, and he tends to have a very aggressive way of attacking her. You see, Tectone has a habit of going after Frogan for her weight, and it seems like this time Twitch decided to take him down for it. That's right, he got banned because he was making fun of her weight. 14 days for that, by the way, which I think is longer than any punishment Frogan got for her comments about veterans that went viral a few months ago. Tectone had a much less graceful way of explaining why he was banned though. If we go here, we can see Tectone tweeted out, "Yes, I got banned for 2 weeks for simply calling Frogan a fat piece of shit. I'm not sorry, to be honest, and I stand by what I said. However, going forward, I'll do my best to not bring her up again, as me bringing her up only brings her into relevancy. And I'd rather let her punishment be her own failure at being a streamer. 2-time Rising Star Award winning streamer BTW, def not an industry plant." Then it went on to say, "Anyways, I'm gonna stream on YouTube, see y'all there, but I do think it's crazy how I get banned for 2 weeks for calling someone fat, and the things you see on a daily Hassan or Denim stream is 10,000 times worse, and they don't even get a warning. Anyways, yeah, live on YouTube." And I think Tectone is right here, because to be honest, though he was being rude and kind of mean, it's not as if Frogan hasn't had her own major controversies in the past, where, like, for instance, when she called out veterans and said some very rude things about veterans, which are a protected class, by the way, so she really shouldn't have been able to do that, because making comments like that against protected classes are explicitly banned by Twitch's own terms of service. But whatever, who cares, you know? We all know Twitch doesn't enforce things evenly, because if they did, Hassan would not have a platform. And it seems like Asmongold feels the same way, because if we go here and we look at what Asmongold replied to this tweet, he said, "I think people would respect a decision like this by Twitch if it was applied universally. If applied fairly, the TOS of Twitch is quite reasonable and well-intentioned. The problem is when you have asymmetrical enforcement and double standards." And that's 100% true. The reason that everybody always gets upset when Twitch bans a streamer is because they're so inconsistent with their bans, and they seem to play favorites all the time. And it's hard for them to beat those allegations when you have crazy things like the CEO of Twitch making The Office sing Hassan happy birthday. Well, at the same time, Hassan is promoting some pretty spicy organizations that come from the Middle East. Obviously, Twitch is biased, everybody knows that, and there's nothing we can do to change it, except, you know, hopefully someday a Twitch competitor forces them to be a little bit more fair. But there is one more interesting piece of knowledge here. But there is one more thing that was interesting about this story. You see, XQC decided to comment, and what he said puts a lot of this into perspective. He said, "Believe it or not, it's in my understanding that this is only enforced when a streamer manually reports someone that attacked them." That's right, XQC is alleging that Frogan probably went to Twitch and cried about it until she got Tectone banned. Now, is that within her rights to do? Yeah, 100% she can do it. Does it make her look like a horrible snake? Yeah, but at the same time, I think most people, at least people on Tectone's side of the aisle, already saw Frogan as a lying snake anyway. So does it really matter in the end? Probably not. It just seems interesting to me that XQC, one of the biggest streamers, believes that this would only be enforced if Frogan went and cried to them and demanded that Tectone gets banned, which I could see her doing that. I'm no expert on Frogan, but from what I understand about her personality, based on her actions in the past, I could 100% see her doing this. I can't say that she did for sure, but I would be willing to believe it. However, that matters very little compared to what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that Tectone deserved a 2-week ban for his comments? Do you think that Twitch applies their rules in a biased manner? And do you think that Frogan probably went and cried to Twitch to get Tectone banned? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.